Well, it's the final day of the PartyPoker Mosconi Cup for 2014. Jim Wych is with me yet again to preview the action. And Jim, Europe need just 2 points. How soon do you think they can get those, or can they get those?
Well, if you ask Captain Mark Wilson about their chances, he still thinks they're in with a big chance. He said, and it was interesting what he said too, Nick. He says, you know, at some point in the Mosconi Cup, you've got to have a big day. He said, why can't ours be today? So USA, they're not ready to throw the towel in yet. But looking at the lineup and realistically, if they can get it past the third match, and I think that's Niels Feijen playing for Team Europe, I think America's got half a chance, but they got to get by the Terminator.
Well, we've got the one match left over from last night, which is Shane against Darren, and Shane plays again in the first match against Nikos Economopoulos. So they've got their big gun out first twice. How important is he going to be?
Well, I think it's a good move by Mark Wilson. Again, you know, you've got your big gun. You might as well use him, because if you keep him at the back end, he may never get a chance to play. So, and you know that Team Europe knew that too. What surprised me is Johan putting Economopoulos out. He's never beaten Van Boening. So does he want to try and give him that psychological edge and give his man a chance to prove himself? You know, I would want to ask the other players on Team Europe how comfortable they are with that selection. But only time is going to bear out how smart Captain Rushink is going to be. He doesn't make many mistakes, does he? But time will have to bear us out and see if that's one.
Well, I was going to ask you about that selection. Do you think maybe Johan's looked at it and thought, Nikos, he's not been playing so well this week. Maybe they were anticipating that Shane would play that second match, put Nikos up and save Team Europe's big guns for when Shane Van Boening's out of the way.
Well, again, you know, that's the luxury you've got. When you've got a 9-5 advantage, you can hold your big guns back. We knew Darren Appleton had to play at the start. Now he's got Darren coming back on the fourth match if it goes that far. So he is thinking that way. But for me, if you know, I mean, you got Carl Boyes sitting in the wings too, and he's got all the hometown support here. It's been nice sticking him out in that second match too. It's would take a player to beat Carl here for sure.
And finally, Jim, you've done all 21 Mosconi Cups. We're not finished here yet, but how does this one rate compared to the previous 20?
In terms of crowd, I've never seen anything like this. This is by far the best. In terms of standard, it's had its ups and downs. We've seen some terrific play, and we've seen some scrappy play. It's always high drama. But one thing about it, the two rookies for Team USA, you know, what do they say about experience? It's what you need when you're getting it. And they're getting the experience. And I think it's growing pains for Team USA. Work in progress. They had to take a few steps backwards before they move forward. I still like what they're doing, Nick, and I think over the years you're going to see USA start to play themselves back into respectability, just not this year.
Well, Jim, thank you very much, and thank you for your thoughts all week. PartyPoker Mosconi Cup continues 7 o'clock on Sky Sports in the UK. We're on ESPN3 in America and online around the world.